Hi everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Uh, Today is Thursday, April 16th. It's about 11 a.m. Today's my birthday. I just turned 26. We're gonna do today's recap of the past week, which has been exciting because I got a lot of reading in, which I kind of partially attribute to having time on the subway to read. So like my book has been actually perfect for the subway because it's got a bit of like a weak spine, so I can kind of just roll it in half, which has been really nice. And I got a lot of progress in on it. I think one of my favorite things about this book is the writing style itself. Um, it's I mean, the content is incredibly heavy, and the story is very rich, and these characters are very full and interesting, and I need to know what happens. But I think first and foremost, it does not. It's not a chore to read the way that Tommy Orange is communicating. It's very well written, and it feels very approachable to me. Where it feels like it's how people talk, which is what's really nice. And that's I think the most enjoyable part to me of the experience is that um, it feels personal. It doesn't feel just like a someone telling you something, but it's someone talking to you, which is a really lovely experience for this book. But yeah, so I made a lot of good progress on that. I'm about 60-ish% through. And I took a couple days off, so maybe I'll get some good reading in. And then I picked up a second book, which is kind of not what I thought I was going to be doing this year. I thought I would like stick with one book, but I realized I'm kind of reading a little slow when I do it like that. And I started picking up this book, The Story of Art Without Men by Kathy Hessel, which kind of builds off of the work of Linda Nochlin, which why have there been no great women artists? So really important feminist retelling and sort of backtracking almost of a lot of these artists that we've missed out on and why this is the case. But this Kathy Hessel book came out in 2023, so it seems to be a bit more up to date, which is nice. Like there's mention of the COVID pandemic, so it's which is necessary. Almost where it feels like it's we're coming from the same place of something catastrophic has happened, and this is now what we're talking about as we look back. So far, it's going chronologically, ish. It's not like we spent a lot of time in like early work talking about how a lot of like early sculpture was of women, but we kind of jump in at like a sort of classical art history lens where we start by talking about the Renaissance basically. But what's been really nice is where she's going partially by movement and partially by the overall theme of that movement. So like yeah. So, like in the Renaissance, she's kind of describing it as like paving the way, right? Breaking the framework. And some of the artists that really stood out to me was Angulosa Gentileschi. Was not aware of her work, but I was not really aware of her as an artist, but was definitely aware of like at least one or two of her paintings. Sorry, am I mixing up names here? I left myself notes. I am mixing up names here. I apologize. Artemisia Gentileschi, not Angulosa. Gentileschi, what really stood out to me about the work that was talked about with her, she specifically did this painting, which is Judas slaying Hollow Furnace, which I don't really know how to pronounce that. But one thing that really stood out to me about this, her work, and very sadly, is when she was younger, she was sexually assaulted and raped, to be exact. And this man who raped her did not receive essentially the appropriate punishment. Kind of got away scot-free. And it's really interesting to see the work that she produced later, where you have this very gruesome scene of two women slitting the throat of a man. And there's something incredibly empowering about this in the context of her experience as a young artist going through a terrible, terrible experience, an act of violence against her, and painting not only such exceptional and like profoundly good work, but to produce stuff that probably reciprocates a bit of what she's feeling towards at least the man who hurt her. These are just really, really exceptional bodies of work. But this is something that is seen through a lot of these women in the content that they choose. It's this like a lot of the work feels very intentional in the narrative selection and the way that it is chosen is profoundly well done, and it does not come without context that they are existing within, and it's it's really, really nice to read. It's been a while since I've dove into some art history work, at least since college. Haven't really spent time like really, really diving in. Mostly I've kind of like selected things that I'm working on at work or looked at specific artists, but haven't really like gone through a retelling in a while. But also, this is filling in the gaps on some artists that I missed. And it's kind of combining two of my interests in school, which was I studied street arts and then I had a gender studies degree. So these are really lovely, lovely book to be going through. I do recommend this. It is written very well as well. Continuing, so that is reading. It's probably the longest reading segment I have done. Eating, same old, same old. I don't really have much interest in cooking lately, which is fine. But I got some nice salads lately, and as it's getting warm out, I keep thinking about like getting like juices and eating more beets because I want my blood to be better. But it's been nice. I don't know. It's been a very social sort of couple past weeks for me. But I've been seeking out a lot of juices and immunity shots, and that feels nice with this warm weather. And considering, honestly, I think a lot of what I've been thinking about lately has been it's kind of just been like this week that I'm having. Like it's my birthday week. Just turned 26. Had a pretty strong failure in my life last week and the week before, and I feel calm and I feel happy. Right? Like I'm truly sort of seeking out a really good week, and I've sort of planned out some things that should be nice. I have a massage scheduled later today. Hopefully that gets like all of the tension in my hips out. I had started writing, like chipping away at little poems, which is nice. It's been a while since I've written little chunks of poems down. But yeah, so it's kind of like it's just a weird time in my life, but I feel happy. I don't feel discouraged. It's happy, which is nice because it's came after such strong failure. But I've been trying to make new friends too, which has been good. Arting, I did not do a lot of drawing and painting this past week. I did finally get something down on a painting. Ta-da! I was scraping away at that painting this morning. So we'll see what happens there. But things that during this time of year, one of my favorite things in the world, I walk through the Botanic Gardens and I get to take a lot of reference of flowers. And I also am a huge fan of flowers at night, as you can see. I really, really enjoy the sort of, it's the contrast that really stands out to me, but it's this like, of the flowers in especially streetlights that I find to be really, really interesting. And they also get these like really strong dark shadows behind them. It's beautiful, beautiful to me. So that's one of my favorite things to do at this time of year is like after like going to a bar, walking home, and finding some flowers. In playing, I have like not been playing much of any video games this past week. I've not really. I mean, most of my play has been actually kind of in the way that I'm engaging socially, where I'm trying to like just like let out my younger self and have a lot of fun, and be loud and enjoy myself, which has been really nice. Um, so yeah, but it's warm. It's my birthday today. I'm excited. Um, yeah, I'm having a you know it's beautiful out. It's spring. It's time to grow outward. So yeah, thank you for tuning in.